and silly.
We're the goofiest.
What was your favorite on-set moment that was just really funny or you just laughed really hard at?
Oh man, there are so many. In fact, we never got a season 2 blooper reel. And we were like, what's going on? It was on the first season DVD, and like, it was like a whole thing. And then finally, last week, one of the editors is directing one of our episodes. And we're like, what happened? Why is there no blooper reel? Because we just constantly do stupid things back behind the scenes, like every single moment. And so she sent it to us, and we watched it like 2 days ago, and it was pretty epically amazing. So I'm trying to think back on that blooper reel. There was one moment where we're all being like super serious. It's episode 11, season 2, when the White Martian is like infiltrating the DEO, and they don't know because they can shapeshift, so that it could be any of us, and so we don't know who it is. And so David, who plays John Jones, has a line something like, "There's only one thing we can do to decide who is the White Martian. Fire." And so he had to do this line over and over again, and we're just being stupid and making fun of him. And then finally, to get back at us, one take he goes, "There's only one thing we can do to find the White Martian. A dance-off." And then for 10 minutes, we all just danced. And everybody in the crew was so pissed. They're like, "We want to go home." We're like, "We don't care." Somebody busted out their phone and was like playing music, and it was... But like that happens every day. So I mean, I can't pick one. I mean, there's a lot of farting. There's a lot of singing. There's a lot of everything.
Leading back to Newsies, who was your favorite person to act?
I can't see your face.
Who is your favorite person to act with on the Newsies?
On Newsies? Ooh, that's a tough question. Don't tell anybody this answer. I mean, listen, I gotta say Carol Lindsay.
Yeah.
I mean, she was my co-star, and she's one of my best friends, and I love her to death. And sort of getting to watch her blossom and make her big Broadway debut in the show alongside me was pretty fantastic. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
First of all, thank you for making my daughter's day.
You're welcome, daughter and dad.
When the showrunners came to you and said, "I got some good news and bad news. First, we're going to have Betty Buckley on the show. Bad news is she's playing Rain's mom, and you don't have any scenes with her."
So I'm a massive Betty Buckley fan.
Right? Same here.
Love me some Betty Buckley. And I'm talking to Odette, who plays Rain, and I'm like, you have no idea what you're about to get yourself into. She doesn't know who Betty Buckley is. She's like some TV actor from LA. And so I'm just telling her about this and that, and this and that. And then one day she sends me a video, and it's her and Betty Buckley. And Betty Buckley just spends like 30 seconds telling me how much she loves me and how big of a fan she is of me. And I just fainted and died. But I never got to meet her, alas. Oh well. I got to work with Pele Bone, so.
After Smash, they brought Bombshell to stage very briefly.
They certainly did.
Any talk to bring Hit List?
You know, we've done a couple little concerts of it. I mean, you know, here's the thing is like there's no book. Like it's just like a bunch of songs that a bunch of different people wrote, like that kind of fit the mood of the characters in Smash. So it would be difficult, but you know, we've talked about it. I don't know if it's ever going to really happen. We might do another concert or something. But I think you would need somebody to like put a book together and like make it all cohesive to really make that work. Otherwise, it's just going to live in our minds as the lovely musical that could have been on the show that slowly fizzled out and died. Poor Smash. I know. Nobody watched it though, sadly. You needed to get like 4 million other of your friends to watch every week, and then we would have been okay. That was in 2013. I think you're a little late. It's okay, Carl.
Hey there. I wanted to ask.
Oh, hey.
Right. Would you ever like to make an album of music of your own?
Yes. In fact, I'm in the process of doing that right now. Yes. I worked on all last year. Well, no, not last year. This year, earlier this year, from like January to April, I made a few trips to LA. Worked with my buddy Matthew, and we put together a 4-song demo, and we've been shopping it around to producers over the past few months, and hopefully over the course of 2018, or maybe might have to wait till my summer break when I actually have time, we'll find a producer, put it all together, and make it available, and you guys will be able to purchase it and listen to it and hopefully enjoy it. But it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. You know, I've been writing music since I was in high school, and I never did anything with it until like a few years ago. I started doing cabarets and putting like a couple of my songs in it. Yes, girl. I put a couple of my songs in it, like, and people responded really positively to them. I was like, okay, well maybe I actually am good enough to put out an album of my own stuff. And so ever since then, I've sort of been single-minded to that effect, and I've had a bunch of opportunities to do it beforehand, but not with my own stuff, or sort of co-writing things, and it just hasn't felt right. Like, if I'm going to put out an album, I want it to be something that's really from my heart, and like something that's really personal, and so that's what I plan to do, and it's going to be what it is. I mean, I think it'll be great, hopefully. And then whatever happens after that, well, I mean, I'm not looking to be like the next pop star. I just want to like do something for me and for my fans, and maybe, you know, inspire some people. And then I want to do like a big band album, which would be awesome. And then I'm just gonna do some more cool stuff. I don't know. This is step one though, because I've never put out an album. I've been on like 10 of them, you know, whether they're musical albums or compilation albums or singing for other people or movies or whatever. So this will definitely be it. But it's happening. So be patient, please.
Hey, so
Hey.
you could if you could play any other character like that exists right now in the CW like DC TV universe, who would you play?
I mean, no, I would say the Flash, but he's kind of moody. He's like, The same thing with freaking Oliver. He's like, oh, I'm so proud. I don't know, man. Because all the characters are so cool, and I know all these people, so like, it's weird to be like, I want to be you. Oh my God. Jeez. I guess I would say Flash, because I think that is cool, and it'd give me a chance to like get super skinny. I don't know. That's a stupid thing.
In 2015, you did the Broadway Cares miscast.
I did. I've done many of those.
Yeah. What compelled you to do that particular song, Cell Block Tango, with all?
Oh, the Cell Block Tango one. Well, they just asked me to do that one, and I said, duh. Give me all these dudes that are super talented. I'm gonna sing with them. I've done a few of those. They're really fun because you get to kind of do stuff out of your comfort zone and be slightly effeminate, and nobody judges you for it.
What was your favorite song to sing in the last 5 years?
Ooh. You know, surprisingly, my favorite song was the Shmuel song.
Yes.
It's just a song that I always skipped when I listened to the original recording by Norma Leah Butts and Sherry Renee Scott. Name drop. But I love that moment in the movie. Maybe because we just didn't know what to do with it. And we were like, how are we going to do this? Like, originally they were going to do a cartoon and like try to do like this whole like animated sequence. And then they were going to just do this like whole montage thing. And then we decided just to make it like his Christmas present to her. And as soon as we figured that out, it just became this like super fun collaborative thing. And we just kind of made it up on the day. And the great thing about the last 5 years is that we did everything live, except for a couple moments. But 90% of it or so, we did straight up live. And that was definitely the most sort of creatively and emotionally satisfying moment for me. What's happening over there?
Must be a sale at Macy's.
There must be a sale at Macy's.
Are we ever going to get a Win and Cisco team up?
Dude, man, I've been asking about it, and I thought they were going to do it this year in the crossover, and then they didn't. So I guess we're going to have to wait till next year, unless they do a late season crossover